In the Mid-South, too many of us are struggling with excess weight, which can create a higher risk of developing life-threatening conditions like heart disease and cancer. That's why Methodist Labana Healthcare has launched the Healthier 901 Challenge, a movement focused on unifying the community around a collective goal of shedding 1 million pounds. Hi, I am Chef Ragan Oglesby-Phillips, and I'm so proud to be a part of this movement. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get on the path towards a stronger and healthier lifestyle, one simple meal at a time. Let's get cooking. Today we're going to prepare pan-seared chicken thighs. Now I know cooking chicken can be very intimidating. We're often concerned with overcooking or undercooking or just plain out drying our chicken out. But hang in there with me and I will walk you through preparing tender, juicy chicken thighs. For this, we will need 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, extra virgin olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic, a cup of chicken broth, garlic powder, smoked paprika, onion powder, dried oregano, parsley, salt, and pepper to taste. Now let's go to Kroger. When we're shopping for chicken, you have a great option here at Kroger. So this is our skin on, bone in, but for our recipes and our healthier 901 options, we're going to go with the bone out, skin off chicken. It provides a healthier option. When you're also shopping, make sure that you're looking for a pretty pink color. You don't want a grayish looking chicken, and when you're washing them and inspecting your food, you want to make sure you have a great texture and not slimy. Make sure you're cleaning your chicken before you're preparing it. When selecting your chicken broth, you want to make sure that you are selecting a low sodium version. So you have chicken stock and you have chicken broth. Broth is cooked with the meat and it is boiled with all different types of vegetables. The same with chicken stock, but it's bone in. And so they strain it and you get delicious broth to help add flavor to any soups or any sauces that you're trying to create. So remember, 34% less sodium makes a big difference, especially if we're battling with any type of issues with our high blood pressure. Just remember those little small things, they add up to big wins. So for me, I'm going with the chicken broth. Now that I have all my ingredients, let's head to the kitchen. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start with our rub. So we have onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt, and oregano. Now, you can always do this as soon as you get your chicken pat dry. You can marinate it. The longer you marinate any type of herb or olive oil, the more the rub will penetrate your meat. You can also put this in a jar and store it for other use. Now we're gonna go ahead and pat dry our chicken thighs. We wanna really get as much moisture out of our chicken as possible so that we get a really beautiful sear and a nice little crust. If you leave moisture on there, you'll tend to either steam or almost boil chicken, and we don't want a grayish looking chicken. And do it on both sides. And then we're going to add our rub. You can either saran wrap this, let it sit in your refrigerator for a couple of hours, or go right into pan searing. Either way, give it a toss. Make sure that it's completely coated. It's gonna be delicious, juicy, and tender. Now let's get started with pan searing our chicken thighs. Now, I want you to start on medium heat. A lot of times when you start high, people tend to think, well, it cooks faster. It absolutely does, but it cooks on the outside and you have a raw piece of meat on the inside. Just a little bit of olive oil. We have our temperature set where we need it to be. I always say if there's skin side down, but think about presentation when you're cooking too. So it's a beautiful side and then there's a not so great side. So we're gonna do that one down first. And we get a little sizzle. So now this should take about 7 minutes on either side, depending on how large your chicken thighs are. But remember, if you're doing chicken thighs with a bone in, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Anytime you have anything with a bone in, it will require a little bit longer. So we're gonna cover this and allow it to cook for 7 to 8 minutes. Our chicken thighs have been cooking for about 7 to 8 minutes. Now it's time to flip and also make our chicken stock sauce. What we'll do next is we're gonna make a little space to saute our garlic. We're gonna let that saute and get a little tender for about 1 minute. Always have a meat thermometer on hand. It's easier to say, okay, it's ready at a 165 temp, because when you poke it with a fork or knife, you're losing all of the delicious juiciness of your chicken thigh. And scrape up some of those good goods at the bottom. That helps with all of the flavor. Then we're gonna add in our chicken broth. Add a little bit, not all of your parsley, because we're gonna also use it for garnishing. So we're gonna cover it for another 7 minutes and then we'll be ready to serve. Now that we have pan-seared on both sides, we are ready to plate and enjoy our delicious, tender, and juicy chicken thighs. Now, the one thing about chicken, you can do so many wonderful dishes. This can be meal prepped. You can have it over brown rice, steamed vegetables, meal prep it and use lettuce wraps for tacos for your next lunch. Voila, delish. What is so awesome about this recipe is that we can also meal prep. You can either do a chicken salad, a chicken wrap, or a lettuce wrap. What we're about to do right now. Just a couple of cuts, your favorite toppings. We have some cilantro, lime, tomatoes, some beautiful red onions, and we're still remaining healthy. Instead of using a taco shell or a tortilla shell, we have some beautiful lettuce. And you can pack this up either the morning of, before going to work, or you can do it the night, because all your vegetables are gonna stay crispy and crunchy and beautiful. Easy peasy. We gotta keep things simple. This will keep freshness for 2 to 3 days in an airtight container. And you just grab these and go. Super simple, crisp lettuce, bright flavors, and delicious. Thank you for joining me as a part of the Healthier 901 movement. Together we are working to create a healthier and happier Mid-South. You can find more recipes on healthier901.com or in the free Healthier 901 app. See you next time.